I think it's one of the worst things I have ever seen in my entire life. It's sort of how low can you go, right? Now, let me just fill in that little bit of extract that we saw. It's about Ellen telling Meghan that she has to listen to her and do absolutely what she says. So Meghan walks away and she's got an earphone and she's got a helper who goes up and says, "Look, I'm Meghan Markle's one of her staff, but you've got to pretend you don't know who she is. You've got to treat her by every normal person." So Meghan comes up and she's told to touch her elbow if she knows she can hear, touch her nose, and then bend right down. So she sort of squats right down, which looks absolutely disgusting. She then goes over to this stool and touches everything and says silly things like we've seen. But she also says, "Oh, look, healing things. I have healing power." And she says, "Say it again. I have healing power." And she's lovely, lovely day, as if she's actually off her head. And what is interesting about that is that the people there are stall holders, not wealthy, trying to get some money. And it made me think, Meghan and Harry say, "We believe in compassion for those you know and those you don't know." Well, those people are made a mockery of. And Meghan was made a mockery of. I'm astonished she did it, but that's her choice. But those stallholders were looking, they didn't know what to say, they didn't know what to do with this woman behaving abominably. It was actually disgraceful.
Angela, is the royal institution, is the monarchy made a mockery of by association?
Well, of course, because she's still a member of the royal family, although not a working member of the royal family. These things rub off, don't they? I mean, if you're friendly with someone who behaves abominably, people think that actually, can they trust you? This was shocking. The other one, which was her telling in minute detail about a car that broke down when she was trying to get acting jobs and she had to crawl through the back. Right, but she went into amazing detail. Now, this happened about 16 years ago when she was very young. And that struck me that how come she can remember that in great detail, but she can't remember talking to an aide over a very serious matter over several months about finding freedom, which was very important to her and very important to Harry. So it is so crass. And she'd got a cheer when she said that it was very important to her and she was going to fight as very hard to get everyone to be paid when they had a child. Well, that was perfectly sane. That was perfectly all right. But with all this rubbish around it, it was lost because what this was Meghan has lots of cameos of herself. We see it all the time. One minute she's very depressed, the next minute she's very jolly, next minute she's a guru, and so on. You know, she's got a whole range of them. That's fine. Actresses can do that. But this one lets her down. I wouldn't say that without thinking that it lets her down enormously. You can't have any respect for somebody who behaves like that.
On the other hand, Angela, we haven't got very long left, but I mean, when the news emerged at the start of this week, I think maybe it was soon, you'll know better than I, that there was going to be another interview, the first big sit-down TV interview with somebody quite well known in America since Oprah Winfrey. They were probably handing out the tin hats at Buckingham Palace, but actually they didn't need to because there are no, so far as we know, there are no bombshells here.
Well, I haven't seen it all because it's still running, but there weren't any up to now. But I think it's hiding under the table type of thing where you think, I just can't bear this. This is
through the fingers. Through the fingers.
Do this.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, we've seen that before. You know, the royals have done that from time to time. It's a royal knockout was one of those moments.
This is much worse than it's a royal knockout.
Wow. Angela,
really?
It's very good to talk to you, as always.